Hey there, Stuart Bell from Audiophile. I wanted to shoot through 4 ideas for reducing the compliance burden on your business. Hard and simple, quick and fast. Here we go. So there's a bunch of stuff we work on the Leverage Advice Burn program. This month is an Attract month. We also do Deliver and Resource month. But one of the constant things I get asked is how can I make things simpler? In particular, how can I reduce some of the inefficiency, the documentation, the manual work around, just the slowness caused by compliance. So here's 4 ideas. Idea 1 is scope the advice before you start. In the program, we have something called the 9-step strategy session, which kind of is our version of the first appointment. Understand that this process is less about trying to solve a problem, it's less about fact-finding, it's less about all that stuff, than it is about working with the client to scope out what future they want, where they're at now, and get agreement on the gap between the two. It's really, really key, because that's the point at which you get engagement, and you can motivate clients to get you the data you want because they understand why they're doing it and what's in it for them in much more of a way than they would if it's just filling out fact finds. The second thing is client service agreements. For a while there, client service agreements were something I recommended to every business, and then they kind of got sucked into the SOA at the back there. I'm at a point now where increasingly client service agreements are a key part of what we do. In actual fact, within the program, both us as a business and what we recommend to some of our businesses is a template which we call a client charter, which outlines everything from your philosophy as an advice business, how you work with clients, what's available, what's not available, and everything down to what happens when you're done. Really key part of it in laying out your obligations and the client's obligations and making it really clear what you expect from them as well as what you deliver, which I think is really a key thing that maybe some of the FDS and opt-in doesn't offer. Number 3, audiophile learning. Whoever came up with the idea that a bunch of non-touch typists would suddenly go to documenting every conversation by typing into the keyboard obviously doesn't understand that people speak at 200 words a minute, some of us faster, and type at 40. Frankly, grab an app called rev.com and dictate straight after that meeting. Next steps, have it upload automatically to your Dropbox or wherever and have your team grab it, transcribe it if you need be, and start working on it immediately and get the backlog out and done. That'll make it really a lot easier. And if you're tied in with your processes, you'll be flying. The final thing is, frankly, just a review every year. You may be going, oh my God, how can I do a review every year? But even if it's just an online check-in, the ability to look in there and go, hey, let's just talk about what you want to talk about. Let's just touch base on some of the performance stuff. Let's just make sure what we're working towards is still relevant, the goals and objectives, and then handing over some action items here, there, and everywhere. Not for every client, but I would suggest you offer it and charge appropriately for it. But frankly, if you can get clients doing some of the heavy lifting, yep, that's right, getting clients doing some of the work, then the compliance burden will reduce because you're not trying to push it all through. 4 ideas that we're busting around in the program that we're working with in order to reduce compliance programs. Scope before you start work, get clients buy-in. Client service agreements and client charters that really outline your expectations of them as well as their expectations of yours. Audiophile learning, trust me, you will thank me for rev.com. And also a review every year, which is not like a here's your performance report, but more of a reset and go again. And make sure you cost it in to your service offers or offer it as a user pays thing. One thing is if you would like a copy of a little card that we have, which lays out exactly how to record an audiophile note. We have a few of them left in the drawer. Email me through at help@audiophile.com.au and tell me what's the biggest project you've got going in your business in the next 12 months. And what's the number 1 thing you would love to help you solve it in 6 months instead of 12? Shoot me that through and I will do you the favor of sending you both a client review file note and a first appointment file note. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll speak to you soon. Have a great week.